Okay, so let's get a new fuel filter in. Right, there it is. Now I'm not going to fit that plastic thing because I really couldn't kind of figure out exactly how it went back in. The fuel filter is perfectly well supported there. It's not going to leak anything down onto the alternator. I don't see the need for that plastic thing. If anybody watching this knows if it's super important and is absolutely vital that it's refitted, then let me know and I'll pull this up and put it back in. Right, let's get the big Allen bolts back in. Fuel filter. Right, that's better. Got some light again. Right, let's get these two hoses connected on. Right, so the feed hose I'm going to put on and leave the return off. Okay, feed hose is on. It dribbled quite a lot of diesel then when I pulled that red thing off the end. This hose is the one that I'm going to be doing the bleeding on. Okay. Right. So that needs to just stay off. I'll just put that on there for now, just to stop diesel leaking. What I need to do now, before I refit this, which is the sort of crash protection cover over the fuel filter, before I fit that, I'm going to bleed the air out of this filter, or prime the fuel filter with diesel. Okay, so to do that I'm going to use my amazing Race Tech Fuel Prime pump set. Other types are available, although I firmly believe that this is the best one money can buy. This was about £17 I think, but it's probably going to be worth every penny because it has the correct connectors already on it. Let's open this up and see what's in the bag. Okay, so what we have, we even have some instructions. Disconnect the fuel feeding pipe now. Okay, disconnect the pipe fuel out of the filter. Disconnect the pipe feeding fuel into the filter. Well, surely I want to leave that connected, surely. Disconnect the pipe feeding fuel out of the filter. Yeah. Okay, now this is a bit, they're saying actually to connect it straight across to pull fuel through. I think fuel's already up here because it was leaking out when I was reconnecting that. Yeah, so what they're saying here is literally prime the primary circuit to the filter and back first, then prime the rest of it including the filter. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm actually going to go straight onto the output of the return and then just suck fuel all the way through the whole thing. Okay, so all the way up, through the filter, through the high pressure pump and back. And when I see fuel coming out of the return, then the important part of the circuit is full of fuel. Not bothered about the return pipe to the tank. That can be empty. That'll soon fill up once things start flowing. So right, how do we get this on? Let's get some gloves on first because there's likely to be some diesel spilt doing this. Right, so what I need to do, there's all that muck on there. There's some sort of like greasy grime on that pipe. I don't know what it is. Let's see if we can get that one off there again. Oh. Now I'm going to have to get my pliers to press that. Those little buttons are really hard to press. But when I connect this, there's an arrow on here. So let's think, we need it to go that way. So that connects, so it comes with a little male to male kind of adapter. So that goes on to the fuel filter, that goes into there. Hopefully that'll just press in. Okay, it's in there. And that goes on the connector back to the tank. Right, let's get something to press that thing with. Come on. Right, okay, let's back off there. That goes. Oh dear, that's a bit big. What's going on there? Oh no, come on. That's bigger. Oh, really? Hang on a minute. No, that's okay, this isn't good. Right, okay, I'm hoping. Oh, dear me. Right, this is a bit annoying. This was actually a special one for this engine, and this that looks bigger. Doesn't. It's a bit of a loose fit. I think this isn't quite what I was expecting. See, if I do that, I think that's just sucking air in. That's a bit rubbish, actually. Sorry, I was singing the praises of this race tech thing, thinking that my £17 was well spent, but that connector is too big for this, which is the output from the return. Right, okay. Let's get the instructions out again. Ah, come on. Right, disconnect the pipe feeding on the filter. Right, disconnect the pipe out of the filter. Connect the priming tool. Pump the priming tool until fuel flows out of the filter. Use a rag to containers to collect escaped fuel. Reconnect the pipe to the outside of the fuel filter. Pump the tool until resistance is felt. Okay, so I'm guessing that means then that the filter is full and the high pressure pump. Alright, okay. So this is very interesting. Whenever I've seen anybody do this, they've always connected something to the output of the return and then created a vacuum with a kind of pumpy thing and sucked fuel all the way through, and if it's coming out the return, you know that the filter and the pump and everything are full. This is a bit different. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I think what I need to do is I need to do this a different way. First of all, let's just take the temperature sensor off there again, and then take the filter outlet off. Come on. I don't like doing this because these hoses here, these pipes here don't like being moved. They're all clipped in. Right, okay. Right, let's see if this fits on here. Right, that fits on there. And the arrow's pointing towards it, so that's good. And that should go on there. Oh, come on. Come on. Is that on there? I don't know if that's on there, you know. I don't think that's on there. Right, well let's try this and see if we see some fuel. This isn't right. I'm pumping air towards the... No, let's just disconnect this. Right, I'll take any one of these. Let's do this one here because it's easier. Right. There we go. Let's pump this. I'm just going to get a little pot or something. Oh, I could hear something flowing then, sort of like little kind of bubbles or something flowing. I'm just going to get a pot to collect any diesel that comes out. Right. Okay. Right, I've just got a glass jar here. Just stick that in there. Get it somewhere. Okay, so I guess I just have to pump this until I see diesel come through. I wish these filters were kind of clear so you could see if it was filling up or not. I just have no idea if that's working or not. I wonder if this is why they say put it on this one first. How do I know if that's filling up? Oh, there's no fuel coming out of there. So Scott and Alana did a video on the fuel filter and they put their pump on the output there, and didn't seem to have to pump too much to pull the fuel through. Ah, look, there we go, there's fuel. Right, I've got fuel coming through. I'm just going to literally, there we go, it's in the jar. Right, there's fuel. Right, so there, the fuel up to the filter. Okay, so let's disconnect this. Fiddly, these things. Come on. Stick that in there. Click that in. Put that on the output. Come on, get on there. Right, right, and then keep going. Oh, Jesus. Right. Right, we're now pumping air again, but I can see fuel starting to come through. It's in a minute I'm expecting a big load of fuel to come out of the output. A lot of air coming out of there. Come on. There's fuel here, but that's, I think it was the residual fuel in the hose that's just sort of getting bubbled around by the air that's coming out. Something's... There's a lot of air coming through. It's taking a while. I've got a feeling that something's whistling. I think I'm going to stick that back on there just for now. That's even on there, you know. I can actually hear fuel pouring into that. Yeah, I think this is. I can hear something going on in the filter. I'm just not convinced that that is actually clipped on properly, you know. No, it's not. Oh, Jesus. Get on there. Ah, there we go. There we go. Look, we've got a whole hose full of fuel. Right, so that is it. The filter is full. It takes a while. It takes a while. About 5 minutes of pumping there, but that's full of fuel. So, filter's full of fuel. I now need to, what did it say in the instructions? Connect this to the output, basically to the high pressure pump, and pump. Oh, I just heard some fuel go through the high pressure pump, and pump until resistance is felt, which I'm feeling now. I'm feeling it straight away. That bulb is full and won't be compressed. Okay. Right. So now what? Disconnect this. This diesel is going to go everywhere when I do this. Get in the jar. Right. And then disconnect this. Some curved long nose pliers, really useful for this, because you can get in there past this connector. Right, get that on there. Get all that diesel out of there. Right. This bulb thing's full of diesel, you see. Right, that's empty. Oh God. I thought. Right. Put that down. Okay, jar of spare diesel. Filter's full. The high pressure pump, I think, is full. Let's reconnect that. Let's just have a check that everything's on here. Now I need to add some cable ties for the wiring. I need to add cable ties for these hoses here. But they're not going to go anywhere. I just want to start this whilst this is primed. The worry is it will drain back down if I don't start it up soon. Right, okay, so in order to start it I need to refit the air filter and everything. Oh God, okay. Right, this I need to put on. Right, I've still got a few bolts in here. One's for this. One's for that. Oh, and then there's some nuts for that. Yeah. It's always a bit worrying when you do a job and then you have bolts left over. Now there will be two from the swirl flap actuator, swirl flap control valve, for those two. Yeah, I've got a feeling I've forgotten something, you know. Actually thinking about it, there was a bracket here, wasn't there? There's a kind of bracket sticking out. I don't know if that's the bracket for that. Okay, I want to put the air filter on ASAP and start this up. I want to know if it runs. this one here. Right. I think I'm ready to start this. Just have one last look over, look for anything that doesn't look right. Okay. Right, I'm going to start it and then see what happens. Running. It nearly died, but it's running. Okay, so it runs. Fantastic. Very, very relieved. It started, it ran, it almost died, but then it picked up and it carried on. So what I need to do now is refit this panel here, which is a sort of crash protection. I think there's some sort of bracket here which does something. Can't remember which way that goes. This dipstick has to bolt on somewhere. And cable ties here to pull those up away from the pulley. And there were probably loads of other cable ties. Definitely cut a lot of cable ties to get all this out. And I can't remember where they all were. I'm a bit worried some might be down there somewhere, but yeah, I mean that's all kind of sort of pretty solid down there. Once this is bolted in, I might stick a Jubilee clip around that hose while I wait for the 45 degree to be delivered, just to sort of open it up a bit, because it's being a little bit squashed where it's going over that fuel filter cradle. Okay, so it's flowing because I opened the catch can and smoke's coming out, fumes are coming out, so I know it's flowing blow by gas, but I just don't want that to constrict anymore as it softens when it warms up. Everything else looks good. I need to put this bolt back in here, and then we're there. So I'll do those things now. Tomorrow in the daylight I'm going to cut open the old filter. Okay, so I'll open that up. I will also look at the swirl flaps and how you remove those. I'll do that in the daylight because I need to kind of get the workbench out and put the things there and saw them open and things like that. Right, okay, nearly at the end. This has been a major job. I've probably done about 12 hours so far. I know that I've filmed so much footage that my 128GB memory card filled up. I've had to enlarge my Apple storage to cope with all the footage that I'm uploading. Right, that is it. That's it. The end. Thank you very much for watching. I hope these videos have been useful. please leave a comment below. Let me know how you got on doing your fuel filter or your swirl flaps or your glow plugs. I really hope that what I've done has been useful to show you guys that it can be done. It's not actually that scary. If you just take your time, give yourself a whole weekend to do it, you can do it. It's not that bad. One bit of advice: do it in summer. Don't do it in the depths of winter like I've just done. Okay, so at least I know my car will start now when the next frost comes, and I'll put up a little video. It might even be on Instagram or it might be on YouTube, but the next time there's a harsh frost here and it's sub-zero, I will show you my glow plug lighting, and I will show you the car starting straight away. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.